Have you ever found yourself thinking that the idea of exercise is just too much? Maybe you've tried it in the past and found it difficult to keep up. Or perhaps you've avoided it altogether, thinking it's just not for you. I get it. A lot of us, as we age, don't want to think about getting into a gym routine or doing something that feels like a chore. It's tough to keep up with all the fitness advice we hear, the endless hours of cardio, lifting weights, pushing our bodies in ways that don't always feel natural. But here's something that may surprise you. Some of the world's longest living people, the ones who reach 100 and beyond, rarely step foot in a gym. Instead, they stay active in ways that feel natural, that don't involve the typical definition of exercise. And today, we're going to talk about how you can do the same, how you can feel healthier, more energized, and more alive without forcing yourself through strenuous workouts. In fact, you may even realize that staying fit doesn't have to feel like a workout at all. Now, I want you to imagine something for a second. Picture waking up every day feeling energized, like you've just had the best rest of your life. You feel light on your feet, your mind sharp, and your body ready to take on the day. But here's the thing, you didn't have to drag yourself to the gym or do push-ups to get there. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, let me share how you can make it your reality. In this video, we'll talk about 6 simple, joyful habits that will help you stay healthy and vibrant without making exercise feel like a task. These are things you can start doing today, and trust me, they're going to make a big difference in how you feel, body and mind. So, if you're ready to take that first step toward a healthier, happier future, don't forget to subscribe, and let's dive in together. Now, let me tell you about someone. I want you to meet Helen. She's 72 years old, and although she's a grandmother, she has this amazing energy about her. But here's the thing, she's never been a fan of exercise. Helen told me she used to dread the idea of running or even walking on a treadmill. The thought of doing squats or lifting weights was just out of question. But despite that, Helen's one of the most vibrant and lively people I know. She doesn't look or feel her age, and she certainly doesn't act like someone who hates exercise. You might be wondering how that's possible, right? Well, Helen realized that staying active didn't mean forcing herself into workouts she hated. Instead, she found ways to incorporate movement into her daily routine, things that didn't feel like exercise at all. And once she started, she felt stronger, more energized, and more alive than she had in years. I'm going to share 2 of those things with you now, and I think you'll find them just as easy and enjoyable as Helen did. The first thing Helen did was something she actually loved doing all along: gardening. I know, it may not seem like exercise at first glance, but let me tell you, gardening is a powerhouse when it comes to staying active. Helen told me that she used to find peace in her garden, planting flowers, pulling weeds, and tending to her little patch of earth. But one day, she realized something. All that bending, stretching, and digging was actually working her muscles and getting her heart rate up. You might not have known this, but studies have shown that just 30 minutes of gardening can burn up to 200 calories. That's right. All that digging and planting is not only good for your mental well-being, it's also giving you a full-body workout. What I love about gardening, though, is that it doesn't feel like a workout. It feels like a hobby, something you're doing for pleasure, not something you're forcing yourself to do because you have to. Helen found that when she was out there, surrounded by the flowers and the fresh air, she felt more connected to herself and to the world around her. It wasn't about burning calories or getting stronger, although that certainly happened. It was about the joy of nurturing something, watching life grow right in front of her eyes. And it didn't matter if her garden was big or small, whether she was tending to a few flowers in pots or cultivating a full vegetable garden. She was staying active without ever having stepped foot in a gym. And you know what? Gardening isn't just great for your physical health. It's also amazing for your mental well-being. The sense of accomplishment that comes from growing something, the peace of being outside in the sunshine, and the satisfaction of creating something beautiful. All of it helps reduce stress and boost your mood. So, if you've ever thought about starting a garden, even if it's just a small potted plant or a few herbs on a windowsill, now might be the perfect time to give it a try. Trust me, you'll feel the difference in your body and your spirit. But maybe gardening isn't your thing. I get that. Not everyone wants to spend their time digging in the dirt. So, Let me share the second thing Helen did, which is a little simpler but just as powerful: walking with purpose. Helen, like many of us, had a tendency to drive everywhere, even for small errands. One day, she decided to change that. Instead of driving to the local market, she thought, why not walk? And let me tell you, this simple decision turned into one of the best habits she could have ever formed. It wasn't a long walk, just a short stroll to the store, but the difference it made was incredible. Instead of rushing through her day, hopping in and out of the car, Helen got to slow down. She enjoyed the fresh air, greeted her neighbors, and even stopped to admire the flowers along the way. It gave her a sense of connection to her community that she hadn't realized she was missing. Walking is one of the easiest and most effective ways to stay active, and it doesn't have to be long or intense. Studies show that just 20 to 30 minutes of walking a day can reduce your risk of heart disease, improve your mood, and strengthen your joints. What Helen found, though, was that when you walk with purpose, when you turn an errand into an opportunity for movement, it doesn't feel like exercise at all. It just feels natural. And that's the key. Finding ways to stay active that don't feel like you're working out is what makes it sustainable. So, if you're not sure where to start, think about the places you already go regularly. Can you walk instead of drive to the store, to a friend's house, or to the park? It doesn't have to be a long walk, just enough to get your body moving and your blood pumping. And before you know it, you'll be feeling more energized, just like Helen. Now, take a moment to think about your own life. Do you have a garden, or could you walk to a nearby store? Could these simple habits fit into your routine? Let's take a pause here. I'll wait for you to think about it. So, now that you've had a moment to think about those two simple habits, let's talk about more ways you can stay active and feel better without ever stepping foot in a gym. Trust me, once you start incorporating these into your life, you'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. The next thing Helen discovered was something that's so much fun, you won't even realize you're moving your body. It's dancing. And I'm not talking about anything fancy here. We're talking about the simple joy of swaying to your favorite music, tapping your feet, or even a little two-step while you're doing something around the house. Helen had never considered dancing as a way to stay active. In fact, it wasn't until one evening when she was cooking dinner that it happened. She was stirring a pot of soup, just minding her business, when suddenly her favorite song came on the radio. It was one of those oldies tunes that brought back memories. And before she even realized it, she was swaying to the beat. She told me. It just felt so good to move like that. And from then on, it became a habit. Every time she was in the kitchen, or even when she was folding laundry, she would put on her favorite tunes and just move. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not a dancer. And you know what? You don't have to be. Helen's not out there performing any complicated routines. It's not about being perfect. It's about having fun. And that's what makes dancing so wonderful. Not only does it improve your balance and coordination, but it's also an excellent way to boost your mood. Moving to music releases endorphins, which are those feel-good chemicals that help reduce stress and make you happier. It's like hitting the reset button on your day. Helen says that after just a few minutes of dancing, she feels so much better, both physically and emotionally. It's not about pushing yourself or doing anything strenuous. It's about finding joy in the simple act of moving. And the best part? You don't need to be on your feet for hours or do anything complicated. A little sway here, a tap of the foot there, and before you know it, you're strengthening your body, improving your mood, and having fun at the same time. So, I'm curious, what's your favorite song to dance to? Maybe you can turn up the music next time you're doing something around the house and see how it makes you feel. Let yourself have a little fun. After all, it's not about how you look. It's about how you feel, and moving to the music will help you feel great. But what if dancing isn't your thing? That's okay too. Let's talk about something else that's just as simple and effective. And this one is great if you're looking for a way to stay active while also spending time with loved ones. I'm talking about playing with kids or pets. Helen found a beautiful way to stay active by simply playing with her grandkids. It's something so many of us overlook, but it's one of the easiest ways to move your body without it feeling like a workout. When Helen's grandkids started visiting her more often, She decided to join in on their playtime instead of just sitting and watching them. Whether it was running around the backyard playing tag, tossing a ball, or even pretending to be pirates, those moments of laughter and connection were keeping Helen not just physically active, but emotionally connected too. It wasn't about hitting a fitness goal or doing something for the sake of exercise. It was about having fun and enjoying the moment. And you know what? That lighthearted, spontaneous movement is great for your body. Playing with kids or pets can improve your cardiovascular health, keep your joints flexible, and even boost your mood. Helen said, "I never thought of it as exercise. I was just having fun with my grandkids, and by the time we were done, I felt so much better, both physically and emotionally." If you don't have grandkids nearby, don't worry. Pets are another fantastic way to get moving. A game of fetch with your dog, a playful chase with your cat, or even a nice, energetic walk with your furry friend can work wonders. It doesn't feel like exercise because it's fun, and fun is exactly what you need. But let's say you don't have kids or pets. There are still plenty of ways to stay active with others. You can engage in playful activities with neighbors, volunteer with local youth programs, or even organize an afternoon of games at a local park. The key is finding joy in the activity, and when you're sharing those moments with others, it's even more rewarding. Helen found that these playful moments not only kept her body moving, but they also helped keep her mind sharp. Activities that require quick thinking, coordination, and engagement are fantastic for mental agility. So next time you're with your grandkids or pets, think about how much movement you're actually getting, even if you don't realize it. It's all about turning everyday moments into opportunities to stay active and feel good. Have you noticed yourself slowing down when you play with your grandkids or pets? How do those moments make you feel? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Share them in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. You see, staying active doesn't have to mean following a strict exercise routine. It's about finding what feels natural and enjoyable to you. Whether it's dancing while you do the dishes, playing with your grandkids, or walking to the store, these activities can add up to big health benefits. They're not only good for your body, but for your soul too. Now, I want to share with you 2 more simple habits that Helen discovered in her journey to staying active and feeling great. These last habits are just as easy to implement, and they can make a world of difference in how you feel every day. The first one is so simple, and yet it's something we all tend to overlook. It's stretching, but not in the way you might think. Helen found a way to stay active even while she was winding down at the end of her day, relaxing with one of her favorite TV shows. You might think of stretching as something you only do before or after exercise, but what if you could turn that downtime into something active and health-boosting? Helen started stretching during the commercials while watching her favorite cooking shows. It began as just small movements, rolling her neck to release tension, stretching her arms overhead, and even doing some ankle circles while sitting on the couch. And over time, it became a habit she looked forward to. By incorporating these simple stretches into her TV watching routine, she found that she felt less stiff, more relaxed, and more flexible. It was such a small change, but it made a big difference in how her body felt, especially in the mornings when she would often feel tight and sore from sitting for too long. Stretching doesn't have to be a big production. It can be as simple as stretching your arms above your head, rolling your shoulders, or doing some gentle twists while seated. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment, and you don't need to commit to a long, drawn-out session. Just a few minutes here and there, whenever you're sitting down or relaxing, can make a huge difference. It helps improve circulation, boosts flexibility, and keeps your joint healthy, which is especially important as we get older. Helen swears by this routine, and I think you'll find it's just as effective for you. You can do it while you watch your favorite show, during a quiet moment in the morning, or even before bed. Try to incorporate these small stretches into your daily life and see how your body responds. It's like giving yourself a little tune-up every day. Now, I want to leave you with one final tip. It's something that might surprise you, but it's one of the most fulfilling ways to stay active. It's all about joining a social hobby that gets you moving, and it's exactly what Helen did when she joined a local senior painting group. It started out as a way for her to explore her artistic side, but it turned into so much more. Not only did she enjoy the creative expression, But the group also incorporated gentle yoga breaks in between their painting sessions. Helen says, "I never thought I'd look forward to yoga, but doing it with friends made all the difference." What she found was that the combination of light movement, the stretching, breathing, and gentle poses, kept her muscles loose, her joints flexible, and her mood lifted. And the best part? She was doing it with others, which made it even more enjoyable. It wasn't just about the painting. It was about connecting with friends, sharing laughter, and staying physically and mentally engaged. This is such a great reminder that staying active isn't just about the physical movement. It's about finding a community, sharing experiences, and connecting with others. Research shows that maintaining social ties is just as important for longevity as physical activity itself. And when you combine the two, you're setting yourself up for a healthier, happier life. So, whether it's joining a painting group like Helen, taking part in a gardening club, or even finding a walking group that meets regularly, there are so many options for social activities that also get you moving. The key is finding something you truly enjoy, something that makes you feel connected to others, while also helping you stay physically active. And you don't have to be a painter or a yoga expert to get started. The idea is to find a hobby that feels natural, something you look forward to doing because it brings you joy. That's the real magic. When movement feels like something you're doing for fun, not because you have to. So, let me ask you, have you thought about finding a social hobby that could help you stay active and connected? Whether it's a walking group, a book club, or even a dance class, there's something for everyone. It's not just about living longer. It's about living better. The goal is to enjoy your life, feel healthy, and keep moving in ways that don't feel like a burden. As we finish up, I want you to remember one thing. You don't have to follow a strict, difficult exercise regimen to stay healthy. You don't have to push yourself through grueling workouts that leave you feeling exhausted or defeated. All it takes is finding simple activities that bring you joy, like gardening, dancing to music, playing with your pets or grandkids, stretching while watching TV, or joining a hobby group of friends. These small changes add up to big health benefits. Helen's story proves that it's never too late to start making small, joyful habits a part of your day. These habits don't just keep your body moving. They also keep your mind sharp and your spirit lifted. They're the kind of habits that not only help you live longer, but also help you live better. So, I want you to ask yourself, what small change can you make today that will help you stay active and feel good? Which of these simple habits will you try first? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life. You deserve to feel vibrant, energetic, and connected, and I know you can get there one small step at a time. Remember, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better. So go ahead, make that first move, and I'll be right here cheering you on. You've got this.